Hey guys, welcome back to a new showcase map video, and this one is all on the oldest world. I've checked this map out. I just recently downloaded it and it looks really well done. It looks like they've gotten to about 95% completed. The spawn rates for dinos are fantastic. The cinematic look to everything looks really good, and they have some cool little special effects on things that you actually do not see in most, or if not all, of the maps. So we're gonna go around, we're gonna check this map out, and hopefully everything will be a-okay for you guys, and maybe there'll be someone out there that wants to host this on a unofficial server. So this looks like a really good place for a base. I'm not sure if it would actually get increased damage because of the cave, but it would be a cool place to set up, and then you'd have that whole water to go and swim and have fun with your tribe mates. So it's really cool. Now this map has a lot of trees on it, which I absolutely love, and it has a lot of more realistic natural levels in the game when it comes to terrain. So there can be a lot of freaking PvP, and you can lose your enemies in the trees if you go over a hill and down a gully. So that's really fun. One thing I particularly love about this map is fallen trees and stumps. That is something you see a lot in the woods when you're up here in Canada, and this just makes it feel more natural, and it just makes it feel more organic. So it's a really cool, nice little feature this this person who created the map did, and I honestly think they did a great job in placement, because a lot of trees are densely packed, and then there's a lot of trees that are sporadic. And it just makes sense when you're going into from earth into rock. You want to make the trees a little more sporadic, because that's what really happens. So there's a few little things here and there that I would suggest they do, was be like maybe a little less rocks on the ground, because in some places it looks just a little more randomly generated than carefully placed. So it is a beautiful map though, because there's so many places that you could hide. You could build a little hut and start out on, and the scenery is just amazing. If you perch right up here on the pillar, you have an excellent view of anyone coming at you, and it's just nice, really nice. So from what I understand, there's a lot of drops on here, and they're kind of mixed in between. So you'll get like a white drop by a red drop, and you'll get a blue drop by a yellow. So it kind of mixes things up a lot, because I find on a lot of maps there's a lot, I mean absolutely a lot of like whites in this area, and like green drops in this area, and reds in this area. And I understand that there is a hierarchy to the zones in this game, and I just kind of like a little mixture of things. So like you got to get the high level players to come down to the low level player area, and the low levels to go over to the high, you know, mix it up so everyone truly has an idea that you can be almost anywhere in this map when you start out. So it's really nice. You have an abundance of birds, T-Rexes, aloes. There are so many aloes on this map. I died a couple of times running around looking at everything, but you definitely got a lot of different variations. You have swamps, you have snow biomes, you have big flat areas where you can see Branos, and you have high cliff areas where you have tons of birds. And overall, it just looks like a really fun map, and I would highly recommend this map, because if I see this map on an official, I'm going to jump on it, see how it's like really on the ground when you're PvPing with people. And overall, it just looks like a really fun, interesting map, and it's different. And that's what we all want as our players, is we play the same map over and over again. We have a few variations here and there. But what I want to see admins of unofficial servers do is try to get out there and try and put up some different maps. For example, the volcano. It exploded after I put that video up, because I've seen a few people putting it up on their servers already, but now I see it a lot more often, and it is a really fun map. So I'm hoping this won't be just as fun for you guys. This swamp area looks absolutely amazing. He's modified the textures on the trees, and he's added moss, and he's added all kinds of cobwebs and stuff like that to truly get that like swampy, decaying look, and it really was well accomplished here. So we're gonna go over to these little island areas, and there's some little secrets on here that look really cool. Like this right here, you could defend on only 3 points. That would be a really cool place for a little base or a dino pen, and it's just overall, it looks like it's been thought out. I do like a lot of the choices he's made here. Like the red biome is usually just big blob in the middle of the map, and here it looks like he used it as a ridge. Like if I go up high enough here and I look around, you can see it's been put as a ridge, and it's been going along that whole ridge throughout the map. Those are the kind of things I look for in a map to make them unique. Like, it's just different. It's not that just blob in the middle of an island on like the island, like right in the center, and it's just kind of meh, that's it. I want to see something that's more realistic, because you know, when the earth grows and stretches and cracks and goes up and down and all that stuff, you tend to have fault lines, and that dirt or that material that would cause trees to grow like that would follow a ridge line. And that basically is what I'm looking for in organic, real looking maps, and it just makes the immersion of this game so much more. So I like this map. It's starting to really really, I don't know how to say it, just kind of grow on me as I look more and more into it. And I would like to see how this plays out with players, because the problem is you may have a beautiful map that just looks really cool, but the playability of it for players is not fun or interesting. So that for me was what I personally felt from Valhalla. It was a good map, don't get me wrong, people loved it, but the problem for me was that it was so big and so different and huge that it took me absolutely forever to get anywhere, and I kind of lost that whole adrenaline pumping PvP action. And like if I was playing PvE, I'm sure that would be a fantastic map. But I'm hoping this one has enough resources within different areas of the map so that everyone can build up hard and everyone can hit each other fast. So I think this map could potentially be that. I'd like to see it. Maybe I can actually test it out and get one of my buddies to host it on his personal computer, and I can join and we can play a little bit with a few people and see how that goes. But even though if I don't do that, I think a lot of people would enjoy this map on single player. Now moving on to the actual islands of this map, I have to say they are really cool starting zones. I'd like to see a tribe try to hold this whole island down. It's huge. It's absolutely huge, but it's thin, so you can get to and from pretty fast. But look how many resources are here. You got so many trees, so much stone. You have flint, you have all kinds of stuff. And let's see if there's any metal on here. That would be a bonus on top of it. But I could definitely see these islands as primary farming locations for a lot of people, as well as places for people just to get up and going and started, so they don't have to fight the big guys who have already established themselves and are fighting for materials. And on top of that, there is a nice location right up here that could potentially, oh, there's some metal right there. So maybe this will be a fighting place, but this will be a really nice location for a base. Like a nice little perch right up here in this little metal area. But of course it'll all despawn, so unfortunately that might not be the greatest location. But just look at it. It's just such a nice little map, and he's worked so hard on the actual the coral and the underwater stuff. There is a downside to this map though. This part is very deep and it looks great. You got megalodons and stuff, but the majority of the water in between the islands and the mainland is relatively shallow. So I'm not sure if that was intended, but I'd like to see a little more depth into the underwater, because a lot of people spend a lot of time in these maps, and I appreciate every single one for doing it, but I find a lot of these maps lack extremely much in these little areas, these water areas. Like, I personally love going down and farming for pearls and stuff, but if there is no place to farm pearls, then it's going to be a really rough time for people to get turrets. And look at this little island way out off the mainland, and a really good island to hold, because this could potentially be a really good location that you can defend very well against people. This little gem right here is a geyser. I've not seen this on any other maps, including any of the official maps. So this right here is a freaking great idea, and I love the way he's done this, and this is unique. Now I could be wrong, but I think I've not seen this on any other map. It looks great, and this is what I like. This is the artistic flair. This is what makes his map a little different from everyone else, and that is really cool. And I think this is a really good example of what you can do with a map. You can do things that are a little different, that are unique, that make you different from everyone else, and hopefully people will take notice, and hopefully people will understand that there is a lot of time put into these, and there's a lot of effort put into these, and these whole little model structures like arena things. Imagine having a base in the middle and every single one of these things has turrets on it. How great would that be for defense? It's just really cool. I like this map a lot, guys. This is one of the better ones I've reviewed, and I hope there's going to be even better ones in the future. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you have anything to say, just drop it down below. But I think this map has a lot of potential, and I hope you guys think so too. So thank you all for coming back to Titanshield Gaming. I'm going to leave you with a few little shots here before I go. But thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Come fight me, man. Come fight me. Oh shit, Cosby. They didn't weigh you down. Let me go. Come up to me. Come up to me. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Move, go. You fucking scrubs! The weapons in there.
He just logged on.